a member of the college's competitive speech, drama, and debate team. He is graduating with an Associate of Arts and Science degree in Liberal Arts with a communication specialization. One faculty member said, "Colt Scott is one of the most talented students I have ever worked with at LFCC. His passion for the performing arts, his intelligence, depth, and creativity are a winning combination. I have no doubt he will be very successful as he continues his educational journey." A college administrator said he embodies what it means to be an LFCC Lion. He's smart, funny, confident in his abilities, but always eager to learn from others. He not only excels in the classroom and on the stage, he also supports numerous groups and activities within his community. His positivity and drive is not only an inspiration to others, it is a catalyst for continued growth and improvement. He embraces and celebrates the dedication and hard work ethic of his fellow classmates and encourages all to formulate a dream, set goals, and make progress. Never listen to those voices of can't, won't, and will nots. LFCC was Colt's first choice after graduation from Strasburg High School. He explained, "I just wasn't ready for the transition to a four-year institution. 2 years later, he's ready and will continue his communication studies at George Mason University." Please join me in welcoming Colt Scott.
Oh, really talked me up there. Really did. There are just so many of you. Can I pass? Can I not do this? Can we get someone else up here, please? Is that cool? I guess it's a good thing that there are so many of you here. I mean, look at all these people who are getting degrees today. This doesn't even include the people who aren't here, and that's a lot. How do you guys feel? Good. I didn't quite catch that last part. You in the back with the hat, if you could just speak up a little bit, that would help me out. Thank you, there we go. Got an answer. Before we begin honoring ourselves and our achievements, let us first thank those who made all of this possible for us. Let us thank the giants on whose shoulders we stand. Thank you, Dr. Sherrill, President of LFCC. Thank you to all the gathered dignitaries, administrators, faculty, staff. Let us especially thank those who came out here to support us, the family and friends, and those of us Sprint Carriers family. Thank you all from the bottom of our hearts. Now, who would like to hear a story? Good. When I was 18 months old, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and suddenly the mood changes. From that moment on, I was ushered into a world of can'ts, won'ts, and will nots. Doctors explained to my parents that I would not do very well in school, that I would not be able to join certain athletic teams. Then my parents had to explain to me why I could not do these things. See, to me, I didn't understand any of this. Probably because I was 1.5 years old and couldn't talk. But even after I could, I still didn't understand it. Everyone saw that I was born into this position of disadvantage, but I knew that was not the case. I couldn't be held back. I was just a kid who wanted to run, jump, skip, and play, but I lived in a world that only tried to make me stop. Each day became a challenge, but within that challenge was a chance, an opportunity to try and to try and to try again. I was so determined not to quit that if anyone ever told me that I could not do something, I would tell them to say it again. Rather than be daunted by a challenge, I am inspired by it. My story, believe it or not, is not so different from any of yours. Each day we hear the voices of can't, won't, and will not, and most of the time, it's our very own. We tell ourselves that that 4-credit class is just too much to handle, or that our final just isn't going to be very good, or that our homework just will not get done by tomorrow morning. It happens. But we're wrong. The fact that we are all here today just shows that in the face of these challenges, stresses, and occasional failures, that we proved ourselves wrong. A poet, Shane Coyson, once said that we cheer for the underdog because we see ourselves in him. We see ourselves in Jackie, the SGA officer and mother of four, who continued to demonstrate high performance in her academics while balancing both her personal life and student leadership. We see ourselves in Amanda, who despite a severe hearing impairment, was still able to maintain a 3.0 GPA and transfer to ODU. She did all of this, but only received a hearing aid within the past year. We see ourselves in Jerry, who had the courage to return to college after serving several years in law enforcement. He not only struggled to put in the hours to excel in his nursing program, but he also put in the fervor, the sweat, and the pride to bring the roaring spirit of LFCC alive. Thanks, Leo. Perhaps some of you out there do not have the same amount of struggle as Jackie, Amanda, or Jerry, but you have faced your own. You have balanced countless hours of studying, work, life. But beyond all of these odds, you all have taken your first step towards a brighter future. In the immortal words of Journey, don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. I'm sorry, that's the last one that's first. Hold on to that feeling of pride. Pride in the fact that you have all done something for your own greater good. Whether you were fresh out of high school, whether you were fresh out of high school, or if you were a seasoned worker who just wanted to make a change, you made the decision to become something more. Instead of listening to those who said you would not, instead of believing that you could not, you all simply did. You told the voices of can't, won't, and will not that you would, that you could. And now as you sit before me, you have proven to everyone here that you did do it. To you, my fellow graduates of 2014, I suggest that the next time you face a challenge, deliberately say to yourself that you cannot do it. You just can't. I say this because within each and every one of you, there is a primal instinct to rise above the challenge and thrive. If someone ever tells you that you cannot do something, dare them to say it again. Tell them to say that if you try, you will fail. Because deep down you know that nothing will be sweeter than that moment when you succeed and you prove yourself to the world. Speaking of, now that we have graduated, tomorrow that world is ours for the taking. Some of us will be transferring to other colleges and furthering our education. Some of us will be transferring to the workforce. Whichever path you choose to take, whether it be the path less traveled or simply the one to the right, it does not matter. Wherever your hopes, your dreams, and your aspirations may take you, I know that you all can do it. However, if anything that I have said here today has gotten through to you, then please, allow me to be the first to tell you that you cannot do it. Thank you.